coming from far and wide to take part in the 1982 Whitley Rose Queen Day. Many famous names are present, including Kate Hamilton from Pilmoss Lane, Whitley, Andrew Vaughan from Town Green, High Whitley, and the infamous black sheep of the family, the outlaw Robert Dalton, leader of the infamous Dalton Gang from Kansas, US of A. On a cloudy, rather cool day, somewhat lacking in sunshine, the children gather in the schoolyard and final preparations are made. Vanessa Stringer and her retinue make the most of their last hour before retiring. Mr. Littler ensures that each person is in their correct place before the procession moves off.
Well, howdy, partner. How you doing there?
Hamilton, Rose Queen-elect, and her attendants Harriet Brown, Gail Pattinson and Katie Bettles must feel excited as their great day has now arrived. Andrew Vaughan views the whole situation quite calmly, as this is his second appearance on duty as crown bearer, and he casts an experienced eye over the train bearers, Ben Horton and James Pitchford. The ornate engraving on one of the musical instruments signifies the assembly of the Preston Brook Silver Band, who follow behind Wendy Pace on Sovereign.
The band's not arrived yet. The band's...
Look on in amazement as the procession files past their field towards Town Green. The first Whitley Brownie Pack and the first Whitley Guides appear very smartly dressed as usual. Gypsies are back in town as the ladies of the WI choose Hungarian gypsies as their novelty parade theme, but it's flowers, not clothes pegs, in their baskets. of the Hombre Western Show Group joined the procession before reenacting scenes of action from the Wild West later in the day.
Get off your horse and drink your milk.
Whitley's past Rose Queens, Carol Lamb, gets ready to photograph her friends. Parishioners from the Reverend Whitwell's old parish in Birkenhead came by coach to savour the delights of the countryside. They look on with interest.
Ladies and gentlemen, the retiring Queen, followed as her retinue, followed by the dancers from the Whitley Primary School, the first Whitley Guides, of course, and the crown bearer and the Queen-elect with her attendants and train bearers. Just coming in now, the first Whitley Brownie Pack. Ladies and gentlemen, children of Whitley, welcome to the 1982 Rose Queen Fete. And with a bit of luck, at least Margaret Thatcher's luck, the weather will hold. Just one, before handing over to my president, Miss Brown, I'd just like to say one or two brief words about the programme. This year, for once, the programme is accurate, apart from the spelling of Vaughan, and as a result, you'll notice that we've got an entertainment called the Hombre Western Show Group, who are there. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to the Whitley Rose Queen Day. This is the day when Whitley comes out and meets itself. People come out today and collect here and meet friends that perhaps they haven't seen for a few weeks or a few months. When we're able to catch up with the gossip, which is not the hottest gossip, because that gets around in a matter of hours, if not minutes. It's also the day when we prove to the world that we're not just a collection of houses, but we're a village and a community of people that know each other, that like each other, and can work together to put on a big show like this. I'm conscious of the fact that quite a few new people have moved into the village, and I'd like to say on your behalf to those people, welcome to you all. Anyway, it's my task now to welcome Mrs. Lowe, who's our guest of honor today, and invite her to say a few words and to crown this year's Whitley Rose Queen.
Ladies and gentlemen, unaccustomed as I am to public speaking, I would like to thank the Rose Queen Committee for inviting me to perform this ceremony. I had the pleasure of seeing my own daughter crowned Whitley Rose Queen. That was a very happy and memorable day for my family and I. And I'm sure this day will be the same for Kate and her family. And now I would like to perform the ceremony of crowning Kate. I present to you Kate, the Whitley Rose Queen for 1982.
Presentation of sprays were made by Derry Vaughan Edwards, Susan Mounfield, Kerry Scott, Dawn Pattinson and Rachel Smith. Mrs. Pattinson presented the Rose Queen Committee gift. Gifts are then presented by friends and relatives of the Queens and retinues, always a popular moment which raises smiles all around.
Let me just tell you that the three dances they're going to perform, the first one is called a mum's dance called Bean String. Then we'll have a very short break while the boys would you believe, go behind the stage and take their trousers off. The second dance is a country dance called Pat a Cake, polka, and the third one is called All Stars.
Dress parade once again provides entertainment for everyone. Louise Littler, holding her watering can, comes as Mary Mary quite contrary. Little Red Riding Hood is Dawn Pattinson, with Daniel Stubbs, the very dusty chimney sweep, trying to find room for his brush. Noddy and Big Ears, Derry and Lucy Vaughan Edwards head the line-up. Andy Pandy, Jill Bettles, fidgets next to Sam Horton, the wild, club-swinging caveman. Indian squaw Chloe Rogers stands next to Sophie Harrison, the nanny with the royal carriage. Tennis player Hayley Francis wonders which way to go.
Now, give the Whitley WI committee their due. They always turn out very well for you, don't they? They always do a grand job. Tin all marmalade and jam, as they say. Well, they've obviously put some work into it, haven't they? Look at these costumes, superb. All the peasant skirts, the pots and the flower baskets, of course. What are you doing in the middle of it? That's it, yeah. Well done.
The fancy dress prize winners were Helen Vaughan as Wurzel Gummidge, Daniel Stubbs, the chimney sweep, and Chloe Rogers, the Indian squaw. judges, Mr. and Mrs. Shaw, ensure that all competitors receive a reward for all their efforts.
Well, dang me!
The Hombre Western Show, a group of Wild West enthusiasts, recreates the famous raid by the Dalton Gang on the 5th of October 1892, when 22-year-old Robert Dalton led his gang, which included his brothers Emmett and Grattan Dalton, Bill Doolin and 3 others, into the busy frontier cattle town of Coffeyville, Kansas.
Sheriff, my gun's jammed. Oh, my gun's jammed again.
The Daltons' plan to outshine the rival James gang by robbing 2 banks at once went dramatically wrong in a street battle in which the only survivors were a badly wounded Emmett Dalton, who was jailed, and Bill Doolin, who escaped to start his own gang. 4 law officers and 3 citizens were killed defending the town, and now the Dalton Defenders Memorial Museum has been built to commemorate this incident. Now we see what happens to a greedy undertaker, Digger Odell, when he not only wants the burial fee, but the boots as well. Justice is swift and sharp. inflatable raft proves very popular for bouncing around on. You can really do your own thing and nobody cares.
Then I learned to play some lead guitar. I was on the range at this funky bar, and I stepped outside and smoked myself a J. When I come back to the room, everybody just seemed to move, and I turned my amp up loud and began to play. It was late in the evening, and I blew that room away.
Reverend Whitwell shows his skill as a first-class overarm bowler on the Soca Scout store. Warm work this bowling.
First thing I remember when you came into my life, said I'm gonna get that girl no matter what I do. Well, I guess I really loved before, and when the past went on the floor, but I never let no one the way that I. All the music's seeping through. First thing I remember when you came into my life, said I wanna get that girl no matter what I do.
A flash from the past, former Rose Queen of 1958, Jennifer and her mother, Mrs. Lowe, relaxes with friends as the rain begins to fall, causing a few people to make their way home earlier than planned.
Are you going to Scarborough Fair? Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Remember me to one who lives there. She once was a true love of mine.
Andrew Prescott is kept busy with the roller penny stall. So come on, Andrew, roll us your penny.
The deep forest green, parsley, sage, rosemary,
Is this an advert for Purcell or Smith's Crisps?
crested brown, without no seam or need. The world's the child of romance. She'll be a true
The last-minute rush for raffle tickets is now on.
the clarion call. Tell her to find me a acre of land, a sprinkling of leaves, parsley, sage, rosemary, and washes the harvest between the salt water and sunset strands and polishes a pen. She'll be a true love of mine. Tell her to reap it in a sickle, billows blazing in scarlet battalion. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and geranium, and gather it all. And the five of birds made long ago forgotten. She'll be a true love of mine. Are you going to Scarborough Fair?
I'm sure there must be chips here somewhere.
Rosemary and
And now the Hombre Western Show Group depict a Wild West saloon bar brawl. Or could it be Saturday night at the Chetwood?
I said dominoes, not cards.
Body of men turn out for the annual tug of war. Low Whitley versus High Whitley, kept apart by Mr. Trippier. Sort 'em out, ref.
I can see Low Whitley finishing in the brambles here.
Northern, right, leave the rope, down. Right, take the rope. Take the rope.
Right, so Low Whitley my side, High Whitley towards the marquee. Best of three, I think.
Now, take the strain, but no, don't pull. Take the strain.
Hey up, Trevor. What you playing at?
Go! 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 Take it over. Go! Take it over. Go! 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 Take it away! 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 Take it down! Take it down there!
It's not much to ask, is it, lads? Once more, please. Children's tug of war, aided by the cowboys, attracts unlimited support and enthusiasm. If you want to win, just slip in a few more people. when it starts to rain, the children insist on having their money's worth on the ride. People start to gather round where the draw is made, hoping their number has come up. Hello there, and who are you? As John Pacey's lucky day arrives and his ticket is the first one to be drawn out in the raffle, winning him a £10 premium bond, the day draws to a close. We would like to thank all the people who came from far and wide to make Whitley Rose Queen Day another memorable occasion.
Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye.